Marvel content has been really disappointing in my opinion. I feel like there's been two good movies over the past few years, and the rest have been complete and utter garbage. But the shows releasing on Disney Plus have been bad as well, and the next one to release in August is She-Hulk. We finally got the first trailer for it, and it is being roasted across the internet for just looking like a CW level show. It looks pretty terrible. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So I wanted to start off with this Bounding into Comics article, and then I want to show you all the like to dislike ratio on the official trailer. It says fan slam Disney Plus trailer for She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Now, this wasn't a show that I was looking forward to. I haven't had a lot of hope when it's come to Marvel content over the past few years. I feel like we've gotten disappointment after disappointment. It's hard to get excited when I hear about the newest Marvel movie releasing or the newest Marvel show releasing. It says the official trailer for the latest Disney Plus series, She-Hulk Attorney at Law, has been released, and the internet can't look away even if they want to. I was initially thinking this trailer can't be that bad. Maybe it looks a little cheesy at points, but the CGI is just awful. It says on Tuesday afternoon, Marvel Entertainment released its first official trailer for She-Hulk Attorney at Law, the latest television series within the MCU, and the reaction has been rocky to say the least. This character and the CGI and the way that she looks has already become a meme online. She has been trending on Twitter. People have been sharing around images not specifically of her, but of characters everyone thinks she looks like Shrek. Now, as the article points out, this is supposed to be a legal comedy. It's supposed to have a lot of jokes in it and a lot of lighthearted humor. In my opinion, I don't think that this is going to work out very well. I don't think that it's going to stick with audiences. If we even look at something like WandaVision, which did end in the more MCU kind of fashion and kind of that Marvel formula, a lot of people weren't so excited about the beginning half when it was like a sitcom, like a Bewitched. And I just don't know if this direction, with it being a legal comedy, is going to turn out well. For me, after watching the trailer, I'm not impressed. I'm not excited for the show. There were no jokes in the entire trailer that made me laugh or made me go, oh yeah, this is a great idea. They all fell very flat with the CGI not looking good. I don't think that this show is gonna go very well. Now, unfortunately, Marvel doesn't like to follow the comic book storylines. They like to take a general idea and kind of change it around. So, while the original story was that this is the cousin of Bruce Banner who inherits his Hulk powers after she receives a blood transfusion from him, we don't know if they're going to do that in this show. We don't know if that's the direction they're going to go in, if they're going to stay comic accurate, or if they're going to change a bunch of things around, which wouldn't surprise me at this point because it's Marvel. But it says, unlike Bruce in the comics, she hulks out. Jennifer is able to retain most of her personality, intelligence, and emotional control. And in the MCU, the Hulk has also obtained this ability. But of course, shortly after its release on social media, many users were quick to slam the poor-looking visuals within the trailer, especially for She-Hulk, whose character looks unfinished in comparison to Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. And it's so crazy to me to see this because you see Hulk in the trailer. He looks fine. He looks great. He looks like he's looked for years now. But She-Hulk just looks so unpolished and unfinished, and she just looks so rushed, yet she is the star of this series. But if we head on over to the official trailer on the YouTube channel, it is #1 on trending. A lot of people are talking about it, and while it is not being negatively ratioed, it's got a lot of dislikes. It's sitting at 614,000 likes to 170,000 dislikes, which definitely isn't looking good for Marvel. A lot of people here are saying things like, I'm excited to see Hulk again. I'm excited for this series. And if you're excited for this series, that's great. I mean, hopefully it turns out the way you want it to. But there's also a lot of people just dunking on how terrible the CGI is. People are saying things like, I'm a little worried about the CGI for her, but outside of that, it looks like it's going to be an absolute blast of a show. Can't wait. Looking forward to this. The CGI looks a little weird, but whatever, I get it. The CGI for her looks pretty unfinished. Not very impressed with the CGI. Everyone's thoughts are kind of the same. I feel like while the actual product might turn out to be fine and the jokes might be fine once you actually watch it, and the story might be comic accurate, the CGI doesn't look great, which is the #1 problem I have right now. She just doesn't look good, and if the main character doesn't look good, it takes away from the viewing experience. Again, it just blows my mind that we have Hulk in this same show and also in the trailer, and he looks perfectly fine and he looks good, but she just looks so rushed. A lot of people are saying things like, I hope they pull a Sonic where they listen to fan feedback and they end up editing the way that she looks a little bit and they make her look better, but I don't think that they've got enough time to do that if they still want to hit their August release date. They've only got a couple of months at this point. If they had released this trailer maybe 2 or 3 months ago, they would have had enough time, but I just don't think that they're going to have enough time to edit all of this CGI and make it look better at this point. Ultimately, this show might come out. It might be fantastic. I don't know. I haven't seen it early. I can't judge it, but I can judge this trailer, and it just doesn't look that good right now. I hope that everyone who's excited for it gets what they want out of this series, but I think that this is just going to be another Marvel disaster, okay? All of their shows lately and all of their movies lately have not been good. They've been very underwhelming, and I want to see Marvel get back to creating that amazing content they once made, but this definitely isn't a step in the right direction, and 170,000 people also do not like how this trailer looks. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.